Welcome back to some more Lord of the Rings Online. I'm on my way to retrieve the Great Skull of the Great Aurochs. It's going to be in the camp here, so hopefully I can find it, bring it back to safety, and we'll be good to go. And then I think we're going to get some more quests opening up in Estelden. It looks like there's a big altar here, so there's the Great Skull. I might kind of clear some of this out real quick, because I think I do have to physically carry it back. Okay, so let's grab it. Man, I can't. I gotta like climb up there. Come on, little hobbit, you can do it. And there we go. Let's go. Let's charge forth and carry it back. We gotta go all the way back to the Earthkin camp. And I don't know what's going on in the North Downs, but I feel like my audio's been bugging out in this map this entire season. Like, the music just stops playing, and it's really frustrating. But as soon as I reset it, it starts playing again. But then it stops. It's really annoying. I'm hoping it's an issue that will resolve itself. Unfortunately, I can't use my forced march skill while doing this. That would be too convenient. It's a pretty cool skull, though. So again, if you get hit while you're carrying stuff, this little blue bar gets a chunk taken off. So it's good to avoid enemies. Look how funny that dude's walking. There's going to be water here. Generally, you want to avoid water when you're carrying things as well. Because if you start swimming while you're carrying something, you're going to drop it. And that's not good. Although I have no option here, I'm going to try to jump this, although it looks shallow enough. Alright, I see the entrance to the camp there, but this hill is a little bit steep for me. Kind of put myself in the wrong trajectory coming back over here, but that's okay. I know where I'm going now. Pretty sure this dwarf is going to be pretty happy with this great skull. And there you go, sir.
My Turin's beard!
The gift of their returned totem will surely win the trust of the Jorthkin. My thanks to you. Alright, so we're out of quests here for now. So let's start doing some of these. So I think now we're going to start working on the famous Do Denon quests. Those are some pretty tough quests here in the North Downs, at least if you're doing them on level. Unlike me. I'm cheap and I'm doing them over leveled. But that's only because I'm a 100% in the game. So what the developers did with the game is they really try to open up your options as to how you want to level. So therefore you can take multiple paths. For example, after Breedland you could have skipped the Lowlands and come here, and the content would have been more or less around your level as well. So they try to give you options. Okay, and I'm completely lost. I like missed my entrance somewhere. In fact, I think at this point I could even go to Evendim and it's going to be around my level. Or I could go into the Troll Shaws. There's just so many different paths that you can take. But unfortunately, if you want to do everything, the levels are going to overlap. So, for example, in this map, I don't think I've done a single quest that wasn't grayed out already. Which is unfortunate, but it's fun anyways. Alright, so let me talk to this bad boy.
What can I do for you?
You have come to aid me? That is well. I have many fears tugging at my mind today.
Might I take a moment of your time?
The orcs. Invasion from the north has caught the rangers of the north unprepared. Many of our kindred are abroad in other lands preparing for defense against the shadow in the east, and our eyes were not turned northwards. This army that has come down from Angmar is too great for our forces in the North Downs to defeat without support. Yet we still must prepare for the fighting that is to come. My predecessor stored many weapons and supplies throughout the eastern Nan Amlung and Runeland, but I do not know exactly where. I need you to seek out these troves and bring them to me. The thing that I do know is that these troves were all hidden near rocks and trees. This will not be an easy search without proper guidance, but in these dark times, every resource we can gather will be of great help to us. Okay, I can do that, but first of all, let me go turn in this book to the ranger here. That way, in case he gives me any more quests, I can go ahead and do them as well. Everything seems to be pretty quiet here. I don't see any other quest rings that have popped up since last I was here.
How can I be of service?
Thanks to S05 for this courtesy, and to you for your assistance. With this lore, I will be able to craft the best possible armor I may for the people at Trestlebridge. Alright, perfect, so that's that. So I guess let's go do this. We only have one quest here that we're working on. So let me look at the map. I guess it's gonna be stuff pretty much everywhere here in these woods. So I need to find 3 ranger troves, and they could be anywhere. Hopefully they're all in the close by locations and I don't have to ride too far away. At a level 50 here, I guess I'm not super over leveled compared to some other people. Alright, let's see if we can find anything. It's a quiet night here in the North Downs. So there's a ranger trove right here. keep searching these woods here. And again, I spam my delete key, and that selects the nearest object that you can interact with. But unfortunately, that can also be resource deposits, which makes my job a little bit more difficult. Not really seeing anything around here. No ranger troves. However, there's a little camp here in the distance. Let me take a look at it. And there is a ranger trove here. So this is just a regular camp with a mustering horn, nothing exciting there. So I just need to find one more, and apparently they can be anywhere. Let me try down here in this corner. Hopefully I'll find something. Doesn't look like it though. I don't see anything here. Just a bunch of wargs. Okay. So let me go northeast a little bit. I'm gonna try to make my way towards this circle. See if I can find anything there. Man, that guy's pissed. Hoping my pony hangs in there. That way I don't have to dismount. Alright, here is one of them. Alright, perfect. So let me take these back to that clown. And believe it or not, I do think we're almost done here in the North Downs. I think there's maybe a handful of quests left. I know for sure that there are some quests up here near Angmar, with all the Angmarim in the north. And then there's definitely some quests here in Do Denon, where the orcs are encamped. But I think that's going to be it pretty much. I'm excited to do Fornos, the instance. There's that guy doing that quest that I did already. Now, the worst part about this is always having to find this little hill here. The way back up. Alright.
What can I do for you?
It will take some work to make many of these weapons usable, but they are better than hoes and pitchforks. We shall set about and repair at once. I trust that your search was not too difficult. We must be resolute and fight back against these orcs before the North Downs are lost. They must not be allowed to invade Breland, or many innocents will be killed and all the North may fall.
Would you do something for me?
Kippen, I have need of your assistance. As you are aware, orcs attacked the North Downs in force, driving farmers from their homes and burning the lands to the southeast. While our attention was turned to the orcs, we did not notice the hillmen who came after. I look to Do Denon as the primary threat against our lands, but we are spread so thinly in the North Downs that we cannot fully determine the threat the hillmen of Angmar pose. I need you to scout the hillmen encampment to the northeast of us. From that camp, head west until you find an outcropping of strange spiny rocks. The pass continues to the northwest of those rocks. I need to know what you find at both places. Okay. So we need to scout the Ram Duth, which they're up here, leading towards Angmar. Now for these quests, we may just peer over the edge into Angmar, just slightly over the border, but that's okay. I don't count that as cheating by going into another map. I feel like I'm missing some quest chains though. I feel like I should have more quests here. Whatever, once I finish all the quests, I'll plug them into my spreadsheet and then see which ones I'm missing, and then I'll go back and do them. That guy is not having a good day. Look at him. I'm glad he was able to pick himself back up though. Right, we're almost to the pass here in the Ram Duth. And again, this might put me over the border into Angmar just for a little bit, but that's okay, don't worry. The western Ram Duth is home to worms and drakes. Okay. So now let me go scout the eastern pass. So many wargs here in the northern part of the map. They're kind of scattered, but they're scattered consistently, pretty much everywhere. Some random spiders here as well. Hillmen have established a small camp beyond the Ram Duth. So yeah, they definitely have a camp here. So let me go back and inform the scout here. And you know what? We've been doing a lot of running back and forth recently, so I'll edit myself over there. Okay, I am back.
What do you need?
It is a relief to know that the Angmarim forces are not as great as I had feared. Also, while I had known the valley in the west to be home to worms, I did not know that drakes had come there as well. You have done us a great service this day, Kippen. There is much yet to be done before we are prepared to deal with the threat from Angmar. So we got 3 quests here.
Could I speak with you a moment?
The hillmen encamped in the eastern entrance of the Ram Duth Pass have me concerned. These are men who long forswore allegiance to Angmar after the Witch King was defeated, and have never united beneath a single banner since. That they should now serve under the banner of Angmar is troubling, but that they should guard the pass into Angmar is alarming. Before we can know best how to deal with them, we need to know their strength. These hillmen often wear brooches by which they distinguish one another. Collect these brooches so that I may determine what is the composition of their ranks.
Would you do something for me?
Kippen, I have a task for you. The orcs in Do Denon to the southeast are fortifying their position. They dig trenches, tear down trees, and are burning enough of them to cover the area in heavy cloud of smoke and ash. One of our scouts, Eler, has already headed southwards to scout. Would you be willing to join him?
Might I take a moment of your time?
You are the one who has been aiding my kin against an army of Angmar, Kippen, is it not? We have need of your services again. The passage to the Ram Duth in the northeast here is blocked by the hillmen of Angmar. However, not all paths are close to us. To the north of Estelden lies another pass, though it is also fraught with danger. You saw for yourself that worms hide amid the crags and crevices, preying on the unwary travelers. We need you to clear the pass of these worms, so that we may safely take force through. Be careful. Okay, so a bunch of different quests here, heading into Do Denon. Also up here, over here, a bunch of stuff. So let me begin by speaking with Aylar, or Elar, however we want to say that. He's pretty close by, so let's just go pop in and talk to him real quick. Alright, a bunch of quests here as well.
What can I do for you?
The Ongburs are dreadful foes, Kippen. I have been watching as they amass on our borders south in a land called Do Denon. These orcs bear badges that tell much more of their rank and their purpose. If you could collect these, I believe we will have a better understanding of the collective Ongburs tribe.
Might I take a moment of your time?
The rangers of Estelden have always kept Woad and Orkney close at hand for the dying of banners, and I passed much on my way here. Sadly, it would not be practical for me to bring these on my scouting mission. If you pick some for Estelden, they will be most pleased.
Might I take a moment of your time?
I have a favor to ask you, Kippen, if you are willing. We have discovered 3 captains of the Ongburs who command the lower ranks of orcs and goblins in Do Denon. If these captains are slain, it may throw the lower ranks into confusion. Enter the encampment of the orc host in Do Denon, southeast of Estelden, and slay the Ongburs captains, Thorgal, Shambatar, and Dombury. They were last seen among the ward keepers. If I were you in your place, I would not attempt this alone. Gather allies, or you will likely not succeed.
Would you do something for me?
Until recently, small goblin raiding parties were the worst threat faced in the North Downs. But with the arrival of orcs out of Angmar, the goblins have themselves been forced by their greater brethren into servitude. Now they watch the front lines of the hosted Do Denon, under command of the orcs, awaiting their turn to be sacrificed for the greater glory of the Iron Crown. We should not make them wait over long. If you are willing, make your way southeast out of Estelden to the outskirts of the orc encampment at Do Denon, and kill the goblins there. Bring me the slave collars worn by the goblins as evidence of your task has been accomplished. Okay, so that is a bunch of quests heading into Do Denon. So I'm going to leave that for the next episode. I hope you will join me for that. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to join the fellowship by hitting the subscribe button. And I'll see you next time.